Unit F are structures, multiple choice. Choose the best answer and bubble in your selection on the answer sheet. Over a long period of time, an igneous rock changes into a sedimentary rock. Which of these actions must have affected the rock? A. It must have broken down into sediment. B. It must have melted and become magma. C. The minerals must have dissolved in water. D. The pressure and temperature must have been high. Question 2. Scientists think the continents once formed a large single landmass that broke apart, and the continents slowly drifted to their present locations. What is the name given to this hypothesis? A. Continental rise. B. Continental drift. C. Continental shelf. D. Continental slope. Question 3. A radioactive substance has a half-life of 10,000 years. In 20,000 years, how much, in percentage, of the original substance would remain? A. 100%. B. 50%. C. 25%. D. 12%. 12.5%. Question 4. How are folded mountains formed? A. By tension. B. By shear stress. C. By compression. D. By volcanic activity. Question 5. Fossils of the same plants and animals are found on continents that are on different sides of the Atlantic Ocean. Which of these statements does this observation support? A. These animals and plants cross the Atlantic Ocean. B. The Atlantic Ocean was once a large body of fresh water. C. The continents that are now on opposite sides of the Atlantic Ocean once formed a single landmass. D. The continents that are now on opposite sides of the Atlantic Ocean had the same kind of plants and animals today. Question 6. Slate is a metamorphic rock that forms from shale, which is a sedimentary rock. Which of the following would be needed for slate to form from shale? A. Open water. B. Running water. C. Time and gravity. D. Heat and pressure. Question 7. A geologist is studying 3 layers of sedimentary rock in an area. The layers have not shifted from their original positions. The geologist records the relative ages of the rock. The bottom layer is listed as the oldest. The top layer is listed as the youngest. What did the geologist use to determine the relative ages of the rock? A. Mineral content. B. Radioactive decay. C. The law of superposition. D. The principle of unconformity. Question 8. What is magma? A. Blocks. B. Solid rock. C. Molten rock. D. Volcanic ash. Question 9. And question 10. Layers of rock are not always in uniform layers. They may be cut by faults. Melted rock may be pushed into the layers where it becomes solid. The diagram shows rock layers that are cut by faults in 2 bodies of rock, Rock 1 and Rock 2. Using the diagram to the left, what are the relative ages of the features in order of oldest to youngest? A. Fault. Rock 1. Rock 2. Layer 1. B. Layer 1. Rock 2. Rock 1. Fault. C. Rock 2. Layer 1. Rock 1. Fault. D. Fault. Rock 2. Layer 1. Rock 1. Question 10. Using the diagram to the left, according to the law of cross-cutting relationships, which layer is the oldest? A. Fault. B. Rock 1. C. Rock 2. D. Layer 1. Question 11. Earth has three main compositional layers, one of which is the mantle. Which answer describes the mantle? A, the thin and solid outermost layer. B, the liquid layer that encloses a solid ball of iron and nickel. C, the innermost layer of iron and nickel. D, the hot convecting layer of rock between the crust and the core. Question 12. Granite forms when liquid magma slowly cools within the Earth's crust. If the granite is exposed to intense heat and pressure, it can change to gneiss. Which type of change takes place when granite turns to gneiss? A, sedimentary rock changes into igneous. B, igneous rock changes into metamorphic. C, metamorphic rock changes into igneous rock. D, sedimentary rock changes into metamorphic rock. Question 13. Imagine you could travel in a straight line through the Earth from a point on one side and come out on the other side. What compositional layer would you travel through in the exact center of the Earth? A, core. B, crust. C, lithosphere. D, mesosphere. Question 14. Earth is composed of three layers, the core, the mantle, and the crust. How are these three layers identified? A, by their plate tectonics. B, by their structural features. C, by their physical properties. D, by their chemical composition. Question 15. Mr. Garcia told his 7th grade class that as a tectonic plate moves farther from a mid-ocean ridge, it cools and becomes denser. This can cause the plate to sink below another less dense plate. The weight of the sinking plate then drags the rest of the plate downward. What is Mr. Garcia describing? A, slab pull. B, ridge push. C, continental drift. D, convection current. Question number 16. Earth can be divided into layers based on chemical composition. The three compositional layers are the core, the mantle, and the crust. Which of these answers describes the core? A, the central part of the Earth below the mantle. B, the outer solid layer of the Earth above the mantle. C, the hot convecting layer of rock beneath the crust. D, the layer of Earth on which the tectonic plates move. Question 17. Tectonic plates can be made of continental crust and oceanic crust. Besides their location, how else are these two kinds of crust different? A, continental crust makes plates larger than plates made of only oceanic crust. B, continental crust is thinner than oceanic crust. C, continental crust is thicker than oceanic plates. D, tectonic plates with continental crust are smaller than plates with only oceanic crust. Question 18. Volcanic islands can form over hotspots. The Hawaiian Islands started forming over hotspots in the Pacific Ocean millions of years ago. What process causes the hot solid rock to rise through the mantle at these locations? A, condensation. B, conduction. C, convection. D, radiation. Question 19. Basalt forms when lava cools on Earth's surface. Granite forms when magma cools within the Earth. Which of these statements correctly classifies both basalt and granite? A, basalt and granite are both igneous rock. B, basalt and granite are both metamorphic rock. C, basalt is igneous and granite is metamorphic. D, basalt is metamorphic and granite is igneous. Question 20. Volcanoes often form at convergent plate boundaries. Which set of arrows represent a convergent plate boundary? Question 21 is a short answer question and will be answered in complete sentences. The diagram to the left shows the 5 physical layers of the Earth. Using the diagram, identify the letter representing the asthenosphere and describe what activity happens on the asthenosphere. Make sure that you have bubbled in all the correct answers and turn your test in. Thank you.